You notice it on a Tuesday evening. Fork in one hand and phone in the other, the takeout container balanced on your lap. The app suggests a familiar order, something reliable after a long day, and you tap confirm without much thought. The total sits just under $30, including tip, the kind of number that feels manageable in the moment. Later that same week, the charge appears on the card statement, grouped with the usual utilities and a couple of small online purchases. Rent clears automatically, the streaming bundle renews, and the gym membership you rarely use still pulls its monthly amount. The numbers sit there quietly, each one under $20, yet they stack neatly into a pattern that repeats. You scroll through group chats where friends mention the same services, the same weekend routines that involve delivery or quick upgrades. The conversation flows easily, no one pausing to calculate. The pattern feels shared, almost invisible, as if everyone has settled into similar baselines without announcing it. By the time the next paycheck arrives, the salary bump from last year has already been absorbed. What once looked like extra room now covers the difference between basic and the upgraded version of everyday life. The arithmetic happens in the background, a few hundred here for convenience, another for the newer phone plan that bundles more data. The comfort settles in through repetition. Summer evenings follow the same rhythm, the same small decisions that keep the immediate environment predictable. Fall brings holiday spending that blends into the existing subscriptions, and the new year starts with the same recurring totals, only slightly higher. A bank notification pings about a perk tied to your spending tier, something about cashback on categories you already use. The detail lingers without demanding attention, another small adjustment in the flow of money that feels built into the system rather than chosen. You think about a colleague who mentions switching roles, the kind of move that might involve a gap or lower initial pay. The idea surfaces and then recedes because the current setup covers the mortgage-adjacent rent, the car note, and the quiet accumulation of monthly services. The buffer that used to exist has been redirected toward maintaining the steady state. Office conversations drift toward weekend plans and new routines that carry their own costs. Neighborhood streets show similar patterns in the cars and delivery bags at doorsteps. The social layer makes the spending feel expected rather than optional, a gentle pressure that normalizes the higher baseline. Another statement arrives, showing how the takeout category has crept up across 3 months. The total remains within what arrives in each deposit, yet the gap between income and what remains afterward has narrowed in ways that are hard to pinpoint in any single week. The mind offers small rationales in real time. This is what the salary supports, after all. Peers appear to manage the same combination without visible strain. The pattern continues because it feels consistent with the life already in motion. Inflation adjustments in bills and subscriptions interact with the tax withholding that rises alongside earnings. These shifts occur gradually, each one small enough to fold into the existing rhythm without triggering a full review. The structure tends to absorb them as part of the ongoing flow. You sit with the phone again on another ordinary evening, the recommendation engine offering variations on the familiar. The decision feels low stakes in isolation, yet it contributes to the steady elevation of the floor beneath daily life. The ability to step away from the current setup quietly diminishes as the comfortable layers accumulate. A different opportunity appears in passing, something that might require reallocating resources or accepting temporary instability. The thought meets the weight of the established patterns and settles back into place. The system operates as it has, adjusting incrementally around the new normal. These patterns appear in different forms across housing, work, and social decisions.